What's going on, guys? 360 Digital Closing Bell here. I am your humble correspondent, Michael Tanner. We are on YouTube from an undisclosed location here in Denver, Colorado. As always, I am joined by the executive producer of the show, the purveyor of the show, and the director and publisher of the world's greatest website, www.oilandgas360, Stuart Turley. Stu, how you doing today?
I'm doing fantastic. Beautiful day in Dallas.
Beautiful day here, too. It is February, or not February, what am I saying? I was going to say time stands at 2:05 Mountain Standard Time here on Thursday, May 21st. We actually just cut the podcast that you will hear tomorrow morning, so please look for that in the 360 Digital Closing Bell, iTunes, Spotify, YouTube. Subscribe, resubscribe, do whatever makes the algorithms go nuts. It really is the best way to stay up there on everything on it from an energy finance perspective. We drop a show Mondays and Fridays, long form for a look ahead in our week that was. And always we come to you live on YouTube every single day for a quick whip around the oil markets. You can also find the Energy 360 Network by Intercom on iTunes, Spotify, and at Intercom's YouTube channel. That is the best way to stay up to date on all of your energy thought leadership. You get all of the familiar faces at Intercom. Plus, you sometimes get intermingled with me, and that is also all available at the world's greatest website, www.oilandgas360.com. We have a great digital ticker lined up, pretty much red all around except for crude oil. Stu's got some stuff from the international news decks, and I'm just really going to talk about demand and some of this travel information. When we look at the overall markets in general, I mean, really red all around, like I said, except for crude oil. SPY closing 29.48, down about 0.78% of the day. NASDAQ 93.96, down about 0.93%, about an 88 point drop for tech stocks. Dow Jones 24,474, about a 100-point drop, about a 0.5% off the index. Crude oil, one of the only green things on the day, up 1.5%, 34.01. Took off like a rocket ship this week. Back into the curve 12-month strip, 37.12, up about 1.28% or about 47 cents. Natural gas, all the experts keep telling us, but it's down another 2.5%, down to $1.72. That's about a 4-cent drop back into the curve for natural gas. 277, only about a 0.5% drop off the back end. So that is a good sign if you are looking out for natural gas prices in the long term. XOP, which is our E&P securities contract, 52.73. That's down about 0.75 of a percentage point. OIH, which is our oil field services contract, 114.67, down about a half a dollar. 2.45%. Like I said, 114.67. On the downside, though, Goodrich Petroleum down 6.58%, $7.22. Contango Oil and Gas, ticker symbol MFC. I'm a sucker for a good ticker symbol, and they better be producing. If these guys are not a full-on natural gas company, they should stop and rebrand themselves. You actually call Intercom. They'll do that for you. You can find everything on intercominc.com. But please, rebrand yourself as a natural gas company because I love the ticker symbol. $2.57. Didn't do them that well, though. They were down 6.8% today. Par Pacific Holdings down to $8.29, or about 7% off the index. When we look at the upside, though, a lot of good numbers. Vulcan Minerals Corporation up 12.1%, $2.78. EA Marcellus Trust, which is a nice ETF. Again, natural gas doing very well, up 16% to 57 cents on the nose right there. Midcon Energy Partners, $2.55, up 16.97%. Stu, what do you got on the international news desk for us?
Just something kind of off that, but it's got the LNG new technology coming out from Kawasaki K-Line. They actually have a new tank going into their next ship, and it's going to allow them to run LNG in their new vessel carrying 7,020 vehicles on the shipping line. Pretty crazy what they're doing with LNG.
Yeah, and we talked about, if you want more, information on really what the global LNG markets look like, we had a great interview with Sproul where they talked about, and that was sort of the big something we talked about was what was going on in the global energy market. So I recommend checking that out on the Energy 360 network, the world's greatest website, www.oilandgas360.com. My one big thing for the day, really all I have is that this week has been sort of crazy. I think tomorrow's going to be much more muted if you're trading oil and gas. It was fairly volatile today. We started all the way up at 34.50, ripped all the way down to mid 33s, then back all the way up now to the high 33s, 34s on the nose right now. So I think if you're trading tomorrow, it's going to be less volatile. I think people are going to take a long 4-day weekend. Institutions, you got to remember, majority of the volume's institutional traders. Where are institutionals trading from? They're trading in their pajamas in their New York City apartment in quarantine. So a lot of them are taking this 3-day weekend to hopefully see if they can pop in their cars, get out of town. So I've heard a lot, I don't expect tomorrow to be that driven. So if you are looking to day trade tomorrow, it's just my one recommendation. A lot of 4-day weekends happening as, Memorial Day's Monday markets are closed. So you will not be seeing us on Monday because we only work when the markets are open. That's how this podcast rolls. But so to just give you an idea of what I'm looking for tomorrow, I think we're going to see some muted gains tomorrow. So I think $34 is probably about what we'll be. Very interesting to see if it rips. Like I said, retail is going to be out and heavy tomorrow. So watch yourself if you're getting in. But really, I think why we've seen these numbers this week get up so high as demand numbers. One interesting thing I read yesterday after the show that I wanted to bring up today was that that all the top airlines, so Southwest, Frontier, United, and American all came out along with Air Canada and showed that they're reporting slower ticket cancellations and actually improvements on bookings. And I had an opportunity to look at some turnstile data for the New York City subway. People are starting to move ever so slightly. I mean, it's not good, but the numbers seem to be improving. So I think that's what you're seeing baked into these numbers right now. It's very clear next Monday as we talk about, next Tuesday, we talked about this in the 360 Digital Close About, which you will be able to listen to tomorrow. Drops on iTunes at midnight. So if you're up late, please dive into it. We also have a premiere on YouTube at 9 o'clock Mountain Standard Time. You can take a look on YouTube for that. But we talked about how demand is starting to come back because a lot of these shut-ins are coming in, but really it's the reverse quarantine that's happening. So please recommend taking a look at that. Stu, anything else before we let them finish off for the day?
Oh, no. Go ahead and start your 4-day weekend.
Yeah, please do. It's our permit. Like I said, we need to get those permission slips up, but we're going to go ahead and let you guys get back to work and finish up your day. Thank you for checking out the 360 Digital Closing Bell here at Entercom and Oil.